Hello, dear students. Welcome to my language class. I'm Miss Tania Poveda. Well, today we're going to start with Unit 2, 9 to 5. But I'm pretty sure that you already know a lot of the information we are going to check today because it's something that we already studied in accounting. So it is a big coincidence that what we are going to talk about today, vocabulary and some definitions, you already know them. So you are going to understand 99% of everything, and I'm sure you're going to use it a lot from now on. So when you listen to the expression 9 to 5, what do you understand? If you look at this picture here, you can see what kind of people? Workers, right? Maybe professionals. And if you pay attention on their clothes, probably you can recognize their professions, or you can guess. Okay, so watch carefully. Maybe I can't tell about this one, but maybe she's a doctor. Maybe he's an architect. Maybe she's counselor. I don't know. I can't tell about him. She looks like me, so she's probably a teacher. He's maybe a pilot. She graduated from, I don't know. I can't tell about him either. She looks like a nurse. And this guy here on the very right, he's like probably a construction worker. Okay, that's not important right now. But what about these two people? What professions can you identify here? Maybe here on the left. It's kind of obvious. And on the right, it's kind of obvious too. So what's his profession? And what is his profession? Okay, let's identify what they do. So here, we're going to read the description of two jobs. These two jobs, okay? And we have to complete the spaces here in the end of each paragraph, okay? So the first one says, you don't need special qualifications to my job, except for a driving license. I deal with the public. I'm responsible for getting them where they want to go. It's quite a stressful job because of the traffic and because my passengers are often in a hurry. I work outdoors, but because I'm inside my car, I work in quite good conditions. I'm self-employed, not an employee in a company. I don't earn an enormous salary. Okay, so probably by now you identify most of the words that we already studied in accounting, right? Like self-employed, salary, earn. Okay, so who's this profession? Left or right? You complete the spaces here. You can do it in your mind, no problem. So the second paragraph says, I work in dangerous conditions. One day, I'd just like to work indoors in an office and do paperwork, or maybe even manual work. I'm not very well paid, considering the amount of work I do. It's a skilled job because you need special training to do it. For example, you need to learn to control a big crowd of people. But really, it's experience that teach you to deal with criminals. So you got the answer? You have two words here and two words here. Let's check the answers if you identified both jobs. Okay, so the first one, it's a taxi driver. That's why I chose yellow, because taxis are yellow usually, at least here in Ecuador. And police officer. Okay, police officer. Pay attention on the spelling, officer with double F, like office. Okay, so you probably guessed and did a good job. Let's continue. Now, can you identify these 4 professions? What do you think she's doing? What do you think she's doing? What do you think he's doing? And finally, what do you think he's doing? This guy in blue, in light blue clothes. Any idea? Taxi driver and police officer were kind of common professions, but now we're going to check some vocabulary with non too common professions. Okay, we're going to listen some descriptions about jobs. What do you have to do? You have to match each person to one of these jobs. So we have 10 professions, if I'm not wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 professions here, but you're going to listen only 4. So pay attention. Who's number 1, number 2, number 3, and 4? So are you going to listen maybe about an architect, bank manager, construction worker, head teacher, office worker, like white collars, remember, in accounting, personal assistant, physiotherapist, school caretaker, software engineer, or vet? Are you ready? Okay, let's listen.
Unit 2, Vocabulary, Exercise 4. Speaker 1.
I work indoors. My job is not very stressful. I deal with students, but also with all the people who work here. It's mostly manual work. I'm responsible for fixing things that are broken. Sometimes I do photocopies. I also check who comes into the school building. Really, I do a variety of things.
Speaker 2.
My job can be quite stressful. You need special qualifications and training to do it. I'm responsible for designing special computer systems for my customers. Sometimes I work for banks or big offices. The salary isn't bad when you work for big companies.
Speaker 3.
Well, my boss says I'm a really important employee. Without me, she says, she couldn't survive. I'm responsible for arranging meetings, taking calls, writing letters. I deal with all my boss's paperwork and with the people who want to speak to her.
Speaker 4.
I help people who've had injuries. I get them moving again using special physical exercises. My salary isn't the same as a doctor's, but it isn't bad, and it's very satisfying to help somebody walk or run again.
Okay, so we just heard 4 people talking about their jobs. Coming back to this picture, can you identify the professions? So you think you heard about an architect, bank manager, construction worker, head teacher, office worker, personal assistant, physiotherapist, school caretaker, or software engineer, or vet? Any idea? Well, let's check the answers. I'm pretty sure you did it very well.
Unit 2.
There you are. So the first speaker was the school caretaker. You know, he was talking about the school building, like taking notes about who visits the building. Sometimes he makes some photocopies too, etc. Okay, so he fixed things too. He said he had a manual job. Okay, second one was software engineer. He was talking about developing software, if I'm not wrong, working for big companies. The third one was about personal assistant or PA. So you will probably use, or we're going to read about PA in the future in this unit. So make sure that you remember it's personal assistant. She said that her boss told her that she couldn't live without her because she's taking care of everything. And the last one was a physiotherapist. Remember, she said that it was really good to see how people in the end they can walk again and things like that. So 4 jobs, very important, and detailed description. It's very important you listen these conversations too, not only because of listening and in language, but also because you can take some ideas for your personal decisions as professionals. So I hope this can help you to decide what to do in the future. Okay, and here we have some of the expressions when we're talking about work, when we're talking about jobs. So again, well, in this case, you're not going to listen, but you have to read the definition and identify what they are talking about, okay? It says there are 2 extra expressions, 2 expressions you are not going to use, okay? So we have work long hours, do shift work, work from 9 to 5, work full-time, be on flexi-time, work part-time, or work overtime. Okay, so what do you think? So which one do you think is the right answer for you have flexible working hours? Which one do you think is the right one when you say you sometimes work during the day and sometimes at night? What's the correct answer when you say you work extra hours? Or when you spend a long time working? Or when you don't work all day? Any idea? You think you have the answers? Let's check together. Okay, so yes, we didn't use work from 9 to 5, and we didn't use work full-time. So let's see what we have. So number 1, you have flexible working hours. You are on flexi time. You sometimes work during the day and sometimes at night. Do shift work. You work extra hours. Work overtime. You spend a long time working. Work long hours. You don't work all day, only half day maybe, so work part-time. This is a piece of cake for you. Let's continue. Okay, we have a new listening now. This one, you probably don't need to listen to check the answers because it's more like a logical information. The instruction says, put these different events in a logical order. Listen and check. So you have to put them in order, logical order. Okay, so which one do you think it goes first? Apply for a job, be offered a job, get a promotion, look for a job, or sign a contract? What do you think that happened first? Okay, just in case you don't know what get a promotion is, it means when you start, for example, as an assistant, and then you are promoted to manager. So you are moving from level 1 to level 2, for example. Okay, so you have more responsibilities. You got it? So that's when you get a promotion. You are moved from one job to a different one, but the new one, it's like a higher level in the organigram. Okay? Are you ready for the listening? Let's listen, pay attention, and order the expressions.
Unit 2, Vocabulary, Exercise 8B. 1. Look for a job. 2. Apply for a job. 3. Be offered a job. 4. Sign a contract. 5. Get a promotion.
Okay, that was really easy. I'm sure you have the answer. So what's the first one? Let's check. There you are. So look for a job, apply for a job, be offered a job, sign a contract, get a promotion. I'm sure you did it very well. Congratulations. And if I'm not wrong, this is probably the last exercise we're going to check today. Let's see. So match the expressions with their meanings. Use a dictionary if necessary. Yeah, of course, I'm not in front of you to answer all your questions about definitions. This is only a video that you can watch whenever you want, but I could help you more, but you will need a dictionary since I'm not in front of you right now. Okay, let's start reading the right side, this side first, okay? Follow the red point in the screen here. So general expression for when you lose your job. What is the general expression when you lose your job? State formally that you are leaving a job permanently. So bye-bye. You are saying, okay, I'm not working here anymore. Bye-bye. Stop working, usually because you are officially too old to work. Oh, you are too old to work. So, how do you call that? So you lose your job, usually for doing something wrong, something very bad. Okay, so they have to say, thank you very much, goodbye. Your boss is like, I'm sorry, you can't continue working here. Or you lose your job because it is no longer necessary. So it was something not permanent in this case. So you work for a period of time and thank you, bye. On the left, we have the possible answers. So become an employee, be made redundant, be sacked or be fired or be dismissed. 3 expressions for one thing. And you probably recognize this one, fired, because that's very common. Retire or resign. Resign. So which one do you think it is, become an employee? Be made redundant. Be fired, be dismissed, or be sacked. Retired, retire, resign. Let's see. There you are. So you become an employee. It's a general expression for when you lose your job. So you become an employee. No, you don't have a job anymore. Be made redundant. You lose your job because it is no longer necessary. So you were made redundant. When you are fired, you lose your job, usually for doing something wrong, or you are dismissed, or you are sacked. Retire, and this is sometimes people confuse this, like when you go to tobacco the last year, you say, I'm going on a retire. No, that's not the way you use this word. Okay, retire. The verb retire is when you stop working, usually because you are officially too old to work. So you retire. You go home, you rest, you travel, you spend time with your family, you do personal things. And resign is when it's a state formally that you are leaving a job permanently. So in this case, you are not fired, you resign. You say, hey, I'm leaving, thank you very much. I have to go, bye-bye. So you say you are leaving, you are not fired. It's your own personal decision. Okay, so that's maybe some new vocabulary that is going to be really useful for you in real life and also in accounting. Okay? Well, I found this video. Pay attention, especially in the beginning, because he's going to explain a little bit more about the meaning of 9 to 5, which is the name of this unit. Okay, let's watch the video. Enjoy it.
Hello there, and welcome to another video Learn English with Philip. I recycled the cartoon for your entertainment. If you haven't seen it, have a look. I hope you like it. Anyway, today I have vocabulary. Do you work? Do you have a job? If so, what kind of job do you have? Well, think about it. For those of you who are still studying, no need to worry about. You might think about the future. What kind of job would you like? Would you like a 9-to-5 job? It may be clear to some of you, but if it isn't, just look at it. What could it possibly mean? 9 to 5. Well, you may guess that 9 to 5 refers to the hours, 9 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So what does it mean if you have a 9 to 5 job? It basically means that you have a job with fixed hours, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. You may guess not everyone starts at 9 o'clock, and finishes at 5. So a 9 to 5 job does not necessarily have to start at 9 o'clock in the morning. It could also be 8:30, 8 o'clock, whatever. But it's a fixed schedule where you work basically 8 hours per day, usually 1 hour lunch break. So if you look at that, it doesn't really work, because 9 to 5, that would be 8 hours. Where's the lunch break? You're never going to get to 40 hours. So yeah, I think in real life, maybe it could be like an 8 to 5 or an 8:30 to 5:30 job. But anyway, a 9 to 5 job is a job at fixed hours. You don't have to work evenings, you don't have to work nights, you don't have to work Saturday or Sundays. 9 to 5. Do you have a 9 to 5 job? Let me know what kind in the comments down below. If you're still studying, think about it. Would you like a 9 to 5 job? What are the advantages of a 9 to 5 job? Possibly disadvantages. Keep thinking, keep brainstorming. Who knows? You might have an essay like this one day. Okay. Last part of this video. It's one of those odd word out questions. Have a look at the 4 words here on this little sheet of paper and try to find out which one is different, which one does not belong. You might also explain your answer. If you want to see what I think about this question, look in the video description in the box down below, where I will leave the correct answer.
Okay. That was everything for today. I hope that you enjoyed, and especially that you learned something new. You can watch this video whenever you want. And have a wonderful day, everybody. See you next class. Bye-bye.